Hey guys, and welcome back to season 17 of AOR, and this time we are back with Austria. So obviously we've taken a little bit of a jump in the calendar as we're only doing a short 10 race season, so therefore obviously we're only going to do the good tracks, even though some would argue that maybe Austria shouldn't be in that list, but that's a discussion for another time. As you can see right now, I'm in P2 for this qualifying so far, which is actually quite good, and I'm looking to improve here. We're going to have a red race, which is going to go from intermediates, I think, to dry, so everyone's out on the ultra soft tires to try and do the best time. So there's no strategy in that whatsoever, so hopefully I can, as we just got the motor down to P3, hopefully we can maybe have a shot at pole here. I don't know. As you can see, I'm looking to improve a little bit. I don't think it's going to be enough to get P1, but probably P2 could be in reach. We'll see when we get there. As obviously this is a very short lap, so there ain't really that much to say, and it's going to be very, very close time-wise, obviously, because there are so few corners. You can see I just bottled that corner a little bit, which cost us a lot of time, and we're come across the line, and we're going to go P2, but it's going to put us P3 in the race, so that's probably my highest qualifying ever if I'm right, so that should be a good start for the race. And here we are on the grid. As you can see, it is raining and we are in P3 behind our teammate and ahead of Brixie, as hopefully we can get a good start. I've gone for an all-out dry setup, hoping that will come in handy later in the race. So also these opening laps are probably going to be quite difficult, and we go quite easily into turn 1. We had a little bit of a tap with our teammate, but nothing too serious. As I think the two McLarens behind us maybe collided a little bit, but we are out ahead. So that's actually quite good, because Austria can usually be very, very difficult in the first corner, at least if you start lower down, as I'm sort of used to. As we've got a McLaren on, I think I just had a little bit of a tap from behind. Maybe that was Frobo, I'm not really too sure, or maybe Brixie, I'm not entirely sure, but it's one of the McLarens at least. Now we've got Frobo behind us, but hopefully we can just settle into this race. And now we cut on later to lap 5, and indeed it has settled a little bit. As you can see, I'm in P3, Bayfield is up ahead, and then we've got Brixie behind us. So that's sort of like the top 3. You can see it's very, very close here, and then the leader maybe has got a little bit of a gap to us, but I'm hanging on to Bayfield right now, and Brixie's hanging on to me, so anything can happen as long as we stay in this slipstream of each other. Now we cut on to lap 7, as you can see, setting the fastest lap of the race so far, so the pace is definitely there. I'm struggling a little bit with the braking zones, because obviously I went for dry setup, so my brake pressure is quite high, and I struggle to brake in the wet as it is, but it's been okay so far. But it has troubled me a little bit on the brakes somewhat, as we just got a little bit on the curb there, and ooh, that just locked up the brakes there, and indeed I've gone deep. Please don't let me lose the position to Brixie, I don't want to go off the podium, and I think I might have lost it there, but hopefully we can get it back. If we put it into overtake mode, maybe we can have a chance going into turn 3 or 4, whatever it is. Now he blocks us up a little bit, I can't go on the inside, so I have to try and go on the outside, and he just taps us a little bit, so unfortunately that wasn't the case, so lost the position there. Hopefully we can get it back later on in the race. That was quite stupid, as I got a virtual safety car to throw away the third place like that, especially considering how close I was to P2 as well. Now we cut on way later to lap 18, as you can see. It's dried up and my inters are dead, and there's no way I'm going to pit onto another set of intermediate, so I'm going to have to go for the dry tires now, and I'm going for the softs because I wasn't really too sure what I should do. As you can see, I'm struggling a lot, and the other guys seemingly continue on, so I'm not really sure where we are right now. I think it might be a lap or two too early to pit, but my tires were just gone completely. I was afraid that I was going to get a puncture, but obviously probably could have taken the super soft to the end here, but I just valued being able to push all the way rather than maybe having the fastest tire, so hopefully that will come in handy in the later laps. Now we cut on to the next lap, where I can see Brixie has pitted and my teammate has pitted as well, but it seems like we've lost out completely, and obviously you didn't see that, but I struggled so much in that outlet from the pits. Like, I went deep in 3 or 4 braking zones because the track on my tires just wasn't ready, so that I lost quite a lot of time on. Had I maybe been a bit more careful, I probably could have had Brixie, but that's just how it is. And now we cut on to lap 25, and Brixie's actually caught and passed at Red Bull, and now it's my turn to hopefully do the same so I can get back onto that podium. As I don't know why he's going so slowly, maybe he has to save fuel, he's got some damage or something, but we pull a sweet switchback move there almost make it stick in the first place, but hopefully we can just have some more top speed. Maybe he's just not using his ERS, or maybe he's got a dry setup, or wet setup, sorry, but we just go a little bit too deep hit him, but nothing too special. We go back into pre-free, so the podium is on, which I'm very satisfied about. As now we cut on to lap 36, the final lap, and we've caught Brixie, and we are doing all we can to try catching. Apparently he's fuel saving, and he's on the super soft tire, so he does have a little bit more wear than me, but unfortunately he just seemed to get a little bit of a better exit still than me. But hopefully maybe we can make a move, not into this braking zone, but that would be a bit too rough, I think, but hopefully down this straight here we can make a move. But it's actually quite difficult to make a move around Austria, even though it's almost just straights. As can we make the move stick? No, he goes to the inside to the fence. We're gonna have to try and go around the outside, but we just don't have the grip, and his tires can't be completely gone because he defended that quite well, or as he would put it, I bottled it. But and I bottled it indeed, and I've gone wide. It's tricky when you're relying so much on the racing line, you know, when you can't see chasing other cars. Long times I've done that before. As Frober just set the fastest lap, but I think we're probably just gonna have to settle for this third place, unless of course Brixie has got some time penalties on my teammate up in front, because as you can see he's just right around the corner, so we're so close to this top 3, and I'm gonna come home in P3, so I'm back on the podium for the first time since season 14 Japan, I think. So I'm very glad that I'm back on the podium. Obviously it's in F5, but still I value the podium a lot, so because I think I actually deserve to be on this podium. It wasn't handed to me like the one I got back in season 14, but I mean, I'm not saying I could have won, but like if I didn't bottle the braking zone early in the race and maybe I've been a bit more sharp with the pit stop, maybe I could have come out ahead, but that's all hypothetical. But it's still a good race, and GG to Bayfield for the win. Toro Rosso really came in strong this race, with 1 and 3rd place, so hopefully we can take the fight to Brixie and Frober in the McLarens, who's been looking strong as well. I think Brixie might be leading the championship, so congratulations for him on that, but hopefully we can claw that in during the course of this very short season. It's going to be difficult, but hopefully we can manage that. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, anything, it's really appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time.